ahead and raise your hand and we'll get started. Reminder, no live stream.
Kendall, obviously 2 of your last 3 games have been very productive. To what do you owe that? Obviously the line is blocking really well right now. And how much of it has to do with your health? How much of it is the play in front of you?
Yeah, I feel like it's just a combination of everything. Just first off, the O-line, I feel like as a running back, you can never really have success if your O-line isn't really performing. And I feel like they've kind of taken it very seriously in practice. And also I got to give it to the scout defense, because they give us the game reps and the game looks that we're going to get on game day. And they also, it's the young guys like Gabe and Jordan Hall, like they challenge our O-line because they give such good effort every single day and every single look that it kind of prepares you for the game and, makes it easier, on game day to kind of just be comfortable and just have fun out there more so.
Kendall, when you look at the challenge on Saturday, what do you feel like is the key for you guys to get that running game going against this Alabama defense?
I mean, I would just first thing I would say, just starting off fast, just coming out with that energy and not taking your foot off the gas. I feel like our team, we kind of have that dominant type of play style, and I feel like we know how good we are, we know what we're capable of, and we really kind of take it up to ourselves to uphold that level, uphold that standard.
Kendall, with all due respect to your offensive line, you're breaking more tackles now. A lot of that is on you at the second level. When did you feel that burst return, I guess, that we've seen flashes of? Because it does appear like you're playing the best of your career. Is that also how you feel?
To be honest, I don't even know when it popped up. I know that, during the time of dealing with the hamstring and then MCL, there's just a whole lot of it's a mind game that's kind of played. Once they say you're back and say you're ready, it's kind of a mind game to kind of convince yourself, that you're 100% back and ready. So I feel like it was a whole lot of trial and error. It was a whole lot of different cuts I had to make. I had to feel what it felt like to get tackled again, to get twisted up sometimes. There was a whole lot of things that I had to just, put my body through again to get that full confidence. So I felt like, and also during those times, I remember Coach Smart, if he felt that I wasn't, if I was babying it or, not giving it all the way, he would get on the mic and, let me know that I wasn't pushing it. So I feel like just during that time, just allowing myself to have a whole lot of trial and error moments and just really push myself. I feel like that kind of just allowed me to grow into myself.
Can you give us a Kirby a quote, an example?
A Kirby quote
of Kirby letting you know that.
I don't know. Y'all might have heard it when he talks about the baby back bull. He might have threw one of those out. That's the first one that comes to mind.
You mentioned a couple of freshman defenders there. I wanted to ask you about 2 others, CJ and Raylan. What's impressed you the most about those 2 young linebackers?
I knew from, I believe, winter workouts when we just started going out there, and then when it translated on to just doing 7-on-7 and little, padless type of drills and stuff like that. I knew these guys, they're going to be the next, good Georgia linebackers. Just seeing them in practice, seeing how good they run, seeing how after practice they're straight to the film room, how they put all the extra effort into it, and even they came in really just trying to learn from Smile and Pop, and I feel like they just took everything as a learning process and took everything as just trying to gain the experience, not really focusing on I want to come and start, day one. That wasn't really their focus. I feel like it was more, what can I do to be the best I can be in my position, and I feel like they both have taken that to heart, and just seeing how they first came in and seeing where they're at now, both getting very valuable playing time and just helping us be able to win big games. I'm proud of my guys.
Hey, Kendall, Kirby, get another question about the breaking tackles. Kirby mentioned yesterday there were a few times during the Tech game, some of the Tech players were tackled. They had to come off the field holding the side, holding on or something like that. How much, and I don't know, how much enjoyment do you get that as a running back? You're kind of putting the pain to some of these guys are trying to bring you down.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even think about it. I don't know if most times if y'all see me on the field, it's like after, say, I get a first down, it's not much celebration after the run. It's not much, I don't personally even think about it in the moment. I just, right when I get tackled, I look back to the sideline and get back. Maybe after a touchdown, because my line makes me do a little celebration, so maybe after a touchdown there will be a little celebration. But to be honest, I really don't even think of it. More so, I'll start to think of it after the game when everything's all over and I'm watching the film and watching the runs, and I'll be like, oh sheesh. But in the moment, I don't even think of it.
Yeah, you've won national championships, major bowl games, major rivalries, but what would a win on Saturday make special or significant about winning the SEC championship?
I feel like it would be super big just for the fact that, Coach Smart pointed it out that, we've never been able to beat Alabama in Atlanta. So I feel like being able to, and that doesn't just go for the players, that goes for the coaches as well. So I feel like we have a huge opportunity here, and just judging off of today's practice, I feel like we've taken that opportunity to heart. This was probably one of the most physical, chippiest practices that we've had all year, but it just shows that, how hungry we are, how much we want it.
Kendall, another Kirby quote for you, but he talked about how much confidence he's seen you run with these last couple of weeks. Just with being healthy and the way you've had these performances the last few weeks, how much confidence are you running with going into this SEC championship?
I have the utmost confidence at this point, but I feel like it's a whole lot of different factors that kind of go into it. The first thing, I feel like the O-line and kind of the whole team, I feel like that plays a big role because, at the end of the day, you want to be trusted. You want to be able to know that, your brothers believe in you. So before every game, before practice, before today's team run, our linemen, they'll be like, hey, K-Mill, run that ball like you know how to do. Or they'll be like, they'll just keep fueling me and keep letting me know stuff. And also at the same time, between Coach McGee, Coach Smart, and Coach Bobo, when your coach is constantly putting you in a position to kind of have the ball and, make plays, it just kind of lets you know that they have the trust in you. And I'll let Coach Bobo and Coach Smart know after the games, like, thank you for believing in me. Just thank you for letting me have the opportunity. Because at the end of the day, I feel like, speaking for the whole team, everybody just wants an opportunity to be able to be on the field. So I feel like those were probably the two biggest things that led to me being able to have the confidence and be able to, just trust my game.
Kendall, when you look at Alabama's defensive line, their linebackers on film, what do you see and how confident are you guys to be able to run the ball like you want?
I mean, I feel like even back to my freshman year, just watching film, like throughout every year, it's so similar between Georgia and Alabama from offense, defense, special teams, like the whole just like Coach Smart said, they're big, they're fast, they have very talented players. At the end of the day, I feel like it's going to be about, who wants it more. They have great coaches, we have great coaches, but I feel like both sides are going to dial up a great game plan. At the end of the day, it comes down to the players on the field and execution, being at the right place at the right time, and at the end of the day, who wants it more, who has the deeper heart for this.
Carson it even said, he didn't know how he was going to play this year or what have you. Was there a moment for you? He's had several big moments, especially looking back on the year. South Carolina, you guys got to come back in the second half. But Auburn, you guys got to come back in the second half. Do you recall any kind of particular moment or something where you realized that, he's got it and we're going to be okay?
I feel like it was kind of the same way with me when it was talked about, like, the process that it took for me to build my confidence. I feel like everything just takes, it's a process. He came in, he sat for about 3 years and, coming straight into the starting position, especially as a quarterback, and we don't have the simplest offense in the world. Like, we have a very complex, diverse offense. So to be a quarterback in that and have to know basically know everybody's assignment, what everybody has down to the T. I feel like Carson, he's taken, lead of this offense in a very great way. I've been able to see from week 1 all the way to now, like even just from his pocket presence and the throws that he'll make, and when he takes off with the ball in the pocket, you could just see that he's way more comfortable now. And just to be able to see the point that he's made it to from now, because I've seen when, back in COVID year when the quarterback position, when it was just a lot going on, and then seeing him, because behind the scenes, people see one thing, but behind the scenes you can see, like I see a lot of my brothers, like real emotions and how they're really feeling. So I know, it hasn't really just been a smooth, happy ride. Like, there's been a lot of disappointment, a lot of hopes that, he was going to do something earlier on, and just, disappointment. But to see now just him taking lead of the offense, making big plays, making big throws, just being the quarterback, the person that the whole team knows he is. I'm just super happy for Carson, and I know that he has 1,000 more blessings on the way.
Let's take 2 more questions.
Yeah, Kendall, you said that Kirby mentioned y'all haven't been able to beat Alabama in Atlanta, the SEC championship. For a program that's accomplished so much just while you've been here, what is it like to have that one big box left unchecked?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like it just motivates us that much more. And like I said, it's not even just a player thing. It's also the coaching staff. Like even before we got there, it was a thing that wasn't accomplished. And I feel like the players, like we just, every single time we've been able to put a new milestone in front of us, I feel like we've taken it on like very seriously, and we've taken it very personal. And just to see the hunger and just see how dedicated everybody on the team is to this task, not even just the seniors or just the starters or just the people that are playing, but it's all the way top to bottom, even from the walk-ons, the freshmen that haven't seen the field this year. It's a whole buy-in from the whole program. So everybody knows the task at hand. Everybody knows this isn't something easy that's going to happen. I feel like winning the SEC championship is just as hard, if not harder, than winning a national championship. So I feel like we know the task at hand, and it's just up to us to complete it.
Kendall, I know you've sung the praises of your offensive line. What has it been like watching that group go through what they've gone through this year with just the injuries and all the moving parts, and how does it speak to the guys you have that they're performing at this level?
The O-line, I would say, like, the O-line together, the whole room, it's like a super compact brotherhood. Even dating back to when the passing of Devin, like everybody came together. And I feel like, to me personally, like it means a lot to me to see them rotate out of 77 every week. Like I feel like that just shows how much of a brotherhood it truly is. Cedric, I think a lot of them have like his logo tatted on him. Cedric has a Devin Willock chain. So just to see like it's really a compact brotherhood, and they play like it. They act like it between meetings. The way they interact with Coach Searles, like everything but about that O-line room is a brotherhood. And I feel like they take it when it comes to game day. It's like they know that they all have each other's back. Like no matter what's happening, no matter what the situation is, they know they can look left and right, and they're gonna have each other's back. So it just gives them the confidence to just focus on their job and make their job happen. And I feel like their success has just shown tremendously on the field.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kendall.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.